Hey Eric, this is a quick demo video for you for your DV6 stunt. All wired up. We'll go over the externals and internals of this. Like I messaged you earlier, I do have all of your blade complete minus the tip. I got these ordered from the Custom Saber shop yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I was kind of hoping I'd get them today, but they haven't shipped out yet. I think they got overwhelmed with everybody ordering because that was when the same time the CFX boards went back in stock. So I'm thinking I'll get these on Tuesday, hopefully Monday. But that's a 1 minute. Psh, glue it on, good to go. I'm gonna sand this down a little bit also. I haven't done that yet. Just takes the sheen off of it and helps with blade diffusion for your light. It looks good, but I just like to give all the blades a light sanding. But anyway, this is your blade. Here's your hilt. Covertech, just a D-ring. It's a cobalt D-ring on the back. It's secured on there if you want to hang this from a belt or whatever. This is a 2-button setup. So your front button here is your activation, and your bottom button right here is your auxiliary, which we'll go over when we turn it on. Sometimes I make this the blade retention, but on this particular hilt, this was giving me some problems screwing in and out. I didn't want to do that very easy. So what I did was I shaved that down, screwed it in. Didn't use this as a blade retention. I ended up using this guy right here. So it's got a nice knurl on the knob there. It's easy to unscrew and screw back in. It does hold this in, but you'll never unscrew it all the way. Just enough to get your blade out. If you look carefully in there, you can see it at the top sticking in there just a little bit, and then you can see your 7-pin PCB down there for your NeoPixel blade. So remember, this is going to be your blade retention. To get to your compartment, just unscrew your pommel. And screws right off. Here's your chassis. Removable battery system. You do have a positive sign in here, no negative sign, but you do have a positive that I 3D printed into the chassis to show you that your battery is always going to go, your positive end of your battery is always going to go towards your speaker. This particular hilt, I'm sending you with a flat top battery. It does fit in, it fits in there nice. You can pop it out nice. It's not going to be as tight as what a button top would be, but because I had to make this chassis so thin right here and then set this speaker on top of it, if I had taken this material and made it thicker, I would have had to use a 22 millimeter or a 20 millimeter speaker. I wanted to stick with a 28 millimeter, so this speaker had to sit on top of the chassis. Because of room inside of the pommel, this is where it is when it's all screwed in. You can see it's butted up right up against it. That means that this piece right here, where your positive battery lead is very thin. So the flat top works better as sliding in and out. So you'll pop this battery in. Once you screw this pommel on, your battery won't go anywhere. But you'll find that when your pommel is off, you can take the tip of your finger and pop that battery out pretty easy. So no damage to the chassis. I tried it with a button top, and it was wanting to push the chassis up a little bit. So no button top with this, but it doesn't affect the performance. It's just a design feature that I had to go with, or a design decision. So you got your board right there. You do have access to your SD card. It's up on top. So everything is good there. We'll pop a battery in. Remember, that's your positive side on a flat top. That's your negative. We'll put your positive up towards the speaker.
Go and pray that I find your master before he finds you.
Then we'll take your pommel and screw it in. It screws in until it doesn't, and then it just stops, and you're good to go. You can give it a little, if you want to tighten it up, but it's not going anywhere. So before we put a blade in, we'll go over, you can see how it's got smooth swing. flash on flash. We'll put a blade, we'll put your blade in it. So back this up until it's out of the chamber for the blade. Pop your blade in. Just go nice and easy with it till you feel it bottom out. It will go in there a little smoother after I get done sanding it. Then tighten up your blade retention. Doesn't have to be super tight, but just enough to hold it in there. Turn this light off. And remember, 2 buttons here. This one is your activation. I'm twisting the hilt around so you can see all sides of your blade. I'll just keep doing that. All the way to the where I need to put a blade tip on it. Auxiliary button, you tap that for your blaster deflex. Hold it down for blade lockup. This to turn it off again. We'll go over your sound fonts. So I put all the sound fonts on here that you gave me that you had paid for. I've just loaded them onto your card for you. To get to them, hold down the auxiliary button when your blade is off until you hear this.
Sound bank selection.
Let go. Now you can cycle through your activation or your auxiliary. We'll just do the activation.
Exit menu.
Or we'll go auxiliary. That's the first one.
The force is with you, young. This party's over.
Always too cool. Well, you look like an overgrown. You ever hear?
We'll go to your Darth Vader.
Penetrated the shield and landed on Endor.
When you find one you like, hold down either button. We'll hold down the activation. If you want to change colors while the blade is on, hold down the auxiliary button and twist your wrist like this.
Spectrum.
Now you can turn your hilt and get different colors. Just keep turning it until you find one that you like. We can go with the red for Vader. When you find one that you like, tap a button. Now you got red. If you want to change your blade effects, this one's a solid blade effect, but I gave you 16 different ones to play with. So hold down the auxiliary and twist your wrist like you did before to change your color, but this time keep holding the button down.
Spectrum.
Hold it down.
Blade profile.
Now let go. Now you can twist the hilt again for different effects of your blade. Sometimes it's easier to see them up against my shirt, but you can really see them well in person. The LEDs on these strips sometimes overtake the camera. But you got a flame blade, unstable, all kinds of stuff on here. Like I said, just keep twisting. When you find one that you like, tap a button. There you go. Turn it off. And then that color and that blade effect that you picked while the battery is still on for that font will be there when you turn it back on. There we've got red, and then we've got it's almost like a fire blade. It's slowly coming through here. Maybe you can see it on my shirt. Yeah. So, take your blade out, just untwist this guy a little bit. Pull your blade right out. I would suggest when you don't have the blade in, just go ahead and tighten this back up, because like I said, it is responsible for holding this anodized piece right here on. So there's that, and I'll show you. I designed this chassis to be almost the same diameter of the inside of this pommel, so it holds the battery in really well when the pommel's on. You can do whatever you want with it. This won't fall off, but then when you go to take the battery out, it just pops right out, just like that. So, and that, sir, is your hilt and your blade. And like I said, waiting on that last piece, but just wanted to send you this video so you know that there's progress that's been made. You know, hopefully you like what you're getting and like what you see, because that's exactly what will come in the mail. All right, thank you.